Get ready for your daily dose of marketing strategies and tactics from entrepreneurs with the guile and experience to help you find success in any marketing capacity. You're listening to Marketing School with your instructors, Neil Patel and Eric Su.
Welcome to another episode of Marketing School. I'm Eric Su.
And I'm Neil Patel.
And today we're going to talk about the very first email that you should be sending customers. Neil, I'm keen to get your thoughts.
The very first email you should be sending customers is something that helps them throughout their journey and experience. This relates to onboarding. What most people don't realize is the way you keep a customer happy is through their first experience. When someone signs up for your company, whether it's a service or a product, and you can set them up the right way in which they have the right expectations, they know what to expect from you over the next few months or over the next year, they know what's going to happen when they do certain things like use your product or service, they know how long it's going to take before they get results, they're much more likely to be happy and continually pay you and refer other people as well. So your first email that you should be sending out to customers is something related towards onboarding. And getting people onboarded the right way is going to affect everything from cancellations to LTVs to upsells to word of mouth marketing. So make sure you're onboarding everyone through a very strict regiment / process. So that way, when you're doing this, whether it's you're sending people to a landing page or getting them to complete X, Y, and Z tasks, you can start A/B testing this. But the first email that you should be sending people is related to onboarding. And what you put in there, I don't know. You're going to have to continually test them. Eric and I can give you quite a bit of ideas, but it's all about testing those ideas to figure out how you can maximize all the metrics you're aiming to improve.
Yeah, and so maybe this would be for another episode too, but onboarding is one of the most important levers you can pull. You can pull pricing, you can try to pull all these other levers, but onboarding at the end of the day does translate to overall long-term growth. So what Neil's mentioning is correct. So onboarding's really been on my mind the last couple of weeks or so. And if you want to look into that a little more, if you look at a lot of good software companies, if you look at their first email, so if you look at Intercom, for example, their initial onboarding email, it lays things out really simply and it shows where you can go, where you can get started. That's one way you can do it. A lot of software companies do it really well. And by the way, Intercom has really good onboarding / nurturing content out there. So I recommend you check that out. And then there's other people. In the past, I've looked at guys like Pat Flynn, for example. So when you first opt into their email list, they will introduce who they are exactly, and then they'll try to segment you out. So I believe he uses ConvertKit, and you use ConvertKit too, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So he uses the tags in ConvertKit saying, okay, just to see who you are, like, you know, maybe your business does more than this amount a year, less than this amount, or you don't have a business. Just by having those kinds of links to segment people out, will then push him over to another list, and then he can market to those people based on what they selected.
Yeah, my co-founder Heath Shaw did a test with About.me, and he was able to get their revenue to increase by over 40 or 50%, all through a get started flow. So when you're onboarding people in your email, one thing to test out is, hey, to get started, make sure you do these 4 or 5 things and have those tick boxes or like check marks. So that way people know that they need to do them. And by doing that, they're putting in the time and effort. If they put in the time and effort, they're much more likely to continue, pay, go through the upsells, downsells, whatever you have to offer. But just test out one of your first emails is, hey, this is who we are. We're here to help. Before we get started, we need you to do the following things. And then keep continually following up and making sure that they do those things is really important. Because if someone gets onboarded wrong, they're much more likely to cancel or be upset.
Yeah, final thing I'll add from my side is I just talked about Intercom a little earlier. Intercom has the chat, also has the, in terms of onboarding features, you can chat in-app with the customer. Also, you can send emails to them too. You can basically create an onboarding flow that is role-based. So I think basically it's adding on top of kind of what we're talking about right now. But I highly recommend using that if you're kind of stuck with options right now or you're not sure where to get started. And you can just go with your typical email flow if you have that as well, just to keep things basic. Neil?
That's pretty much it from my end. So we look forward to seeing you tomorrow. And make sure you check out our daily giveaway at singlegrain.com/giveaway.
This session of Marketing School has come to a close. Be sure to subscribe for more daily marketing strategies and tactics to help you find the success you've always dreamed of. And don't forget to rate and review so we can continue to bring you the best daily content possible. We'll see you in class tomorrow, right here on Marketing School.